So guys, let's see this weaknesses that shape me to be a better developer. How can our weakness be our strength? Let's say it. So how can we overcome the weaknesses that might block our career? How can we progress over those weaknesses that we have? So how can we articulate something without substance, without really knowing the contents or having the experience? And it's amazing how some people can make a presentation from the little information they have. It's amazing when it's difficult for communication, when English is not the first language. And so need to write before the project. Using diagrams helps to illustrate the point easier, and when sharing with the team also. Documentation is appreciated by everyone because everyone needs documentation. You'll forget what you have done after some time. And having documentation helps us to know all the details as much as possible. We can't prompt everything at every time. We can't deeply dive for everything. You can use whatever is there and whatever completes our tasks. And there is always documentation, but and it's true, it's impossible to learn everything, and learning takes time. So it's not required to learn everything. It takes time to learn something, and some people learn quickly, but trying to learn everything and trying to learn quickly, I think learning is a process and it takes time. And it takes time to learn the thing, and having an experience helps. So it's not impossible to learn, but learning takes time. You cannot learn something in one day or 1 week. But if you want to learn something, you might learn that in weeks or months, because something will hit you and click inside your brain. After some time, maybe the concept won't be clear quickly, but it's not impossible to learn and master something. So we forget what we have learned. That's why we document the things, and that's why documentation is necessary. And we can't feel everything in our brain. Something needs to clear. So it's better to write some documentation somewhere and or get the concepts before of something and search for that concept. Maybe that helps. Maybe the concept is reading a file, and we can source that information, or source in the documentation how to read a file, rather than trying to recall the syntax from the memory. Lack of confidence and feeling incompetent. We don't have confidence and feel incompetent for doing any tasks that are new and we do not know, or if there are some senior people around us. But if we are in some position where we must do the tasks, then we can get around it. Also, It makes us humble because there are so much to be learned, and we can also feel humble towards the new developers who don't understand what is understood by us. So the feeling of incompetency makes us humble and makes us know that we are not an expert. A slow thinker, an inability to make decisions at the time, and unable to make decisions. So there are managers and there are other people who will make decisions. But if we are slow, then we are slow. Easygoing and no preference, such as Star as Steps versus Spaces, that was fighting in the programming world. But does it matter? The only thing is we have a task and we should do that. That's important. Okay. We all have weaknesses and we know that. And the thing is getting around that weaknesses. Thank you for saying this.